What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Rob Cab, and welcome back to the Rob Cab Show. In this one, we are reacting to another WWE related video. As I said, going forward, I'm gonna do a lot more wrestling content. We got a video by Sports Kita Wrestling reacting to John Cena's 17th world title win could change the WWE forever. Let's see what he's saying in this video. And let's get straight into
As
it.
WWE enters 2025 and their massive multi-billion-dollar move to Netflix, there is a long advertised.
Hey, in the comments below, guys, how y'all feeling about Raw and Netflix? For some reason, when I don't know if it's because of the brand TV I don't have like a top brand like smart TV. I don't know. It's Element or whatever it's called. For some reason, every time I try to watch Netflix on it, it's like I'm watching. It's like it's delayed. The audio is delayed, or something's delayed on it. Like whether the visual is delayed or the audio is delayed, but it's never synced up properly. But if I watch it on my MacBook or even on my computer, it's perfectly fine. Or even on my phone, it's perfectly fine. So let me know in the comments below, how do y'all feel about the move to Netflix for Monday Night Raw? Are you guys liking it? Are you guys having trouble like I am with certain things? Just leave it in the comments below.
Story with generations of emotions built into it that many are anticipating and will run the entire calendar year.
All real quick, I just want to say this. Shout out to John Cena, man. Definitely my GOAT. Grew up watching this man. This man is my generation of wrestling. So definitely him, Randy, Edge, Batista, Triple H. Even though Triple H, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels kind of count towards like the Attitude Era ish, but they are part of the era I did grow up in. Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit. Yeah, I'm gonna say his name. I don't give a fuck. Who else? It's a lot of people. Like, but RVD, Mark Henry, Big Show, Rey Mysterio, Matt and Jeff Hardy. Like, I grew up in that era. So, you know, shout out to all the OGs because they get it older.
Round one, very important man. The farewell tour of John Cena as an in-ring performer in WWE. The Raw Netflix premiere featured the 16-time world champion coming out to a huge ovation to kick off his farewell tour in Los Angeles. He talked about his last match, floated the names Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, and LA Knight as possible opponents on his last run. But during the meat of his promo, the Peacemaker talked about a record-breaking 17th World Championship, noting that it would take a miracle for him, grounding his C Nation followers in reality by saying it has been years, yes, years, since he won a singles match, so it's gonna take a miracle.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't like when John Cena do the little goofy like, I'm shocked that I'm doing this. Like, bro, be serious. I hope he don't do this on this last run because he gonna get me tight if he act like that. I just want to say that because be serious.
Cool. But he's going to enter the Royal Rumble.
Be John, be what JBL be calling him, Big Bash John. Be that guy, bro. Don't be this guy that look like he lost a step and don't know like what he doing and be shocked what he doing. You can't, like, bro.
And if you win the Royal Rumble, well, you get a miracle. You get the world title shot in the main event of WrestleMania. But the whole thing got us thinking, should WWE actually put one of their world titles on John Cena in 2025? This is Sports Kita Wrestling, and unlike John Cena, we can see your comments in the chat. So let us know exactly what you think should happen with John Cena in his final year in the ring. Does he get to break the...
I'm gonna get real quick. Maybe not last time I'm posing, but let me tell you what I think. You got two options. You can go the world title route, get the 17th, or you could have him be a Grand Slam champion. You got two options. So if I had to pick, I say do both. People since WWE and TNA are kind of have a partnership, people have been throwing out the idea of him going to TNA and winning that title. That would be kind of cool in the sense of we never thought we would ever see John Cena outside of WWE, but I think that's the reason why that's not going to happen, because the last thing we want to see is John Cena outside. Even though they have a partnership, it'll be cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's like he's been there for life, so it's kind of like to see him go to TNA and possibly win the TNA World Championship is kind of odd. But if I had it my way, I would. Realistically, you can't have both for him to win either the world title or the Intercontinental Championship. So you would have to choose one. It's possible to do both, but it wouldn't make no sense just because we have a year. Shit, he could have a day reign with the Intercontinental Championship, but we don't want to go back to that era of title runs. So if I had to pick, I would say fuck it. You might as well just do the big one and just win that World 17th and break Ric Flair's record, which is technically not a record. Well, it's his WWE record, but beyond that, he has won like 22 or something like that, they say.
World title record? You let us know. The time is now for your comments. Yeah, it's a tough one, and aren't you lucky you've got us thinking it over for you? Should John Cena go from a Sweet 16 to a Supreme 17? Big Match John won his first WWE Championship back in 2005 at WrestleMania 21 in Hollywood, defeating the evil and rich Texan John Bradshaw Layfield, and eventually gave the world the most divisive WWE Championship belt design.
Hey, I was going to say this, right? WrestleMania what was in Los Angeles? Like 2039? Was it 39? It was 39, right? So boom, 39 was in Los Angeles. I was saying, yo, he should have won it there because it would have been poetic. You know why? Because that's where he won the first one, as we see right now. So if he had won it at 39, even though there was no story for it, but to me, if he said, yo, I'm retiring after during the WrestleMania 39 season, it would have been so much more poetic because like my son really won the title at WrestleMania 21 in Los Angeles, and to win the 17th and your last one, but hey, it didn't happen.
Sign of all time.
I wish it did.
The spinner belt. I mean, the spinner belt was.
Hey, bring that shit back for the one time too. When he win that shit, bring that shit back for one. Y'all brought the old Wing Eagle title belt, bro. Bring that shit back for the one time. When he win, just bring for one, just for him. Because that title is his title, regardless or not. It was literally supposed to be just for him. But honestly, just bring people. I made it. I put on a Facebook post with him holding the title. I said, "Yo, bring back the spinner belt for the one time." A lot of people thumbs it up, and a lot of people was like mad that I said that. I'm like, bro, it's just for him. Like, we're not gonna keep it. Obviously, just let him hold the title back for the one time.
Obviously supposed to be for Cena, and he had the whole hip-hop thugonomics influence still at the time, but somehow it ended up being a more valuable prize in wrestling for over 8 years or so.
It was for
From this point on, Cena was almost never out of the world title picture in WWE, and a constant main event fixture is what he would be for a long.
You get at the toy store, the little plastic, it was plastic obviously, but the little foam one, that shit, I was like. At the tag team title, and I was John Cena.
Long time. Between 2005 and 2017, John Cena held the WWE Championship 13 times. He held the equivalent of the World Heavyweight Championship a further 3 times, but it was always surreal to see Cena with the big gold belt, considering its lineage back to WCW. Yes, I know, we're getting into belt lineage. Probably because he spent so much time with the WWE Championship and it had a distinctly different look that was specifically designed for him. During his time, he toppled a who's who of WWE greats in world title matches, including The Rock, CM Punk, Randy Orton, Bobby Lashley, Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho, Edge, The Big Show, Great Khali, Batista, The Miz, Umaga, Wade.
John Cena winning that World Heavyweight Championship is equivalent to Batista winning the WWE spinner belt. I ain't gonna lie to you. It just looked weird on both sides. Like, it's like they should have swapped titles. Like, bro, here. Like, but
Barrett, Sheamus, Triple H, R-Truth, Bray Wyatt, AJ Styles, Mick Foley, Rey Mysterio. Yeah, he beat like everybody. Some of them even multiple times. So I suppose you could argue that Cena has already done as much as he can do with the WWE Championship. He beat everyone there is to beat in his time. His reign tally is double digits. He had his own custom title. He main evented multiple WrestleManias and won most of them and left with a world championship more often than not. But you know this. We know this. By now, John Cena, he's like the Bugs Bunny, the Mickey Mouse of WWE, except instead of asking, "What's up, Doc?" he's asking, "Are you sure about that?" Yeah, are you sure about that? He is the WWE. That's his legacy. He's a Hulk Hogan for a whole new generation, a Stone Cold Steve Austin. You see where we're going. But at this stage in his career, given all that he's done in the past and the losing streak that he's been on now, yes, he's still been on a losing streak. To be exact, Cena has not seen a televised singles match victory since April of 2018. When he defeated Triple H in Saudi Arabia in the Greatest Royal Rumble. Obviously, he's got outstanding movie roles, and his limited in-ring performances with WWE in the years since, along with the pandemic, caused even more delays. But when he roared back with WWE and the return of touring live events in 2021, he was utilized on television and non-televised live events in tag team matches before succumbing to the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, for the WWE Universal Championship at that year's SummerSlam. His trail of fail would continue in an attempt to reclaim the WWE US Championship from the McMahon hand-picked villain Austin Theory at WrestleMania 39 in Los Angeles.
Hey, that's his successor right there, Austin Theory. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I said Austin Theory and Ethan Page is like, y'all gonna hit me for when I say this. I don't give a fuck. Austin Theory and Ethan Page, especially Ethan Page right now, the shit he doing at NXT is literally John Cena, Randy Orton, just a modern day version of it. Like bro. If you come on, bro. If you don't see what I see with them two, bro, in the future, come on, bro. Austin Theory and Randy Orton and Ethan Page literally give me Randy Orton and John Cena vibes if they go in the ring together. I swear I want to see that.
Cena's character expressed the desire to be great once again in the ring, but the days of Big Match Johnny may have appeared to pass him based on these consecutive and sporadic losses in big title match situations. Appearing on Busted Open on SiriusXM Radio, Cena laid out the real status on if he could hang with the big dogs of the modern wrestling day. Now, this was back in 2022. He said the following: "I'm at a point where everything I have in comparison to the bar that's been set. Boy, what I have is what you saw at WrestleMania 39. That's what I feel confident that I can deliver, and that's really nice for here and there. That's not every day in WWE. That's not every day in sports entertainment. Sports entertainment has raised the bar, and I'm humble enough to say that's awesome, because you're supposed to leave it better than you found it. The people are supposed to advance it, and that's why you're supposed to go from smoky bingo halls to the Pontiac Silverdome to towns now offering us financial incentives to be in for WrestleMania. So maybe putting the title on him now would come across a little bit forced, or maybe overkill for the farewell tour he's on. Cena capturing a world championship now would adjust more than the attitude of the younger breakout talents and veteran colossal colleagues who have risen in his absence. It would have them play a secondary role to him, with the always present naysayers online crying it's all simply just too sentimental.
It all depends on what part of the story I would have him win the title. If you have it towards the end, meaning if he wins it at the end, he's gonna relinquish it, so it's not gonna be as bad. You would just have to find the next person to give it back the title to once he's done, because that's the smartest thing to me to do it, is when it's towards the end, so it's not as like a lengthy ass reign. Doing it at WrestleMania is not gonna make sense. I hear SummerSlam, that's not a bad point to have it. Maybe give it a little time, like a little run. But realistically, John Cena doesn't want to be like the guy anymore. Like, he doesn't want to steal that shine from the younger generation, of course. He doesn't want to like hold the title hostage and be one of those old time Goldberg performers. Brock coming back from whoever else did that shit, Goldberg and Brock, and hold the title like one of those guys. Like we don't want to see that. He don't want to be that. I know for a fact he doesn't want to be that shit. But like I said, if it's towards the end of the tour, like let's say November, October, December, or let's give it like October. Let's September to December, or October to December. You got 3 months of John Cena to hold the title. That's not bad. Or 4 months.
Right? That's the boring, logical, maybe overly pessimistic side of this argument. Now let's make the case for yes, let's put that title on John Cena. It is true, putting either the WWE or World Heavyweight Championship on a 47-year-old John Cena is a task that takes some time, that with Cena's assumed limitations.
God damn, 47? Listen, I think John Cena was 47. CM Punk is 40 what? 46, 47 too.
Of only select in-ring performances could be hard to pull off, especially when he's paved a traditional path of glory to other accomplishments like this in the past. Yet it would deliver a nostalgia pop, not just any nostalgia pop, not just a name we remember getting a big moment. No, this would be a nostalgia pop to end all nostalgia pops. It could be one of those world title wins that matters to the diehard fan, the casual fan, even the fan who's just jumping back into WWE's ring opera now with its access to content through Netflix. It would undeniably matter to a lot of people. It has the potential to be one of the loudest noises ever recorded. A pop so loud that it would ring out through outer space to the furthest corners of existence to catch the attention of extraterrestrial life and bring them to Earth. Such is the drawing power of John Cena. There are likely Martians shaking their long tentacle-like alien hands in front of their faces watching this video. That's right, Sportskeeda Wrestling, the #1 wrestling YouTube channel on planet Mars. It's also worth remembering that Cena was the face of WWE.
By the way, subscribe to his channel, Sportskeeda Wrestling. If I didn't say that in any point in this video, shout out to him.
For most of this millennium, popular enough to easily transition into success in acting in television and films, even if he was in things like Ricky Stenicki and Daddy's Home 2. His movie star status is even more impressive when you consider that John Cena can't be seen with the naked eye. Maybe he should have played the Invisible Man at some point. That's the one time we'll make that joke ever. He carried WWE for a decade and sold more than enough t-shirts to clothe a medium-sized country. He's one of the biggest stars in wrestling ever. Yeah, you could put him up there with all those names you could mention. He's more than just a nice guy. He is a remarkable person. We all know about his amazing charity efforts, which are record-breaking with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Yeah, he's a top-level guy, a top bloke. So you could argue that he, more than anyone, deserves to break the Nature Boy Ric Flair's record, and win the 17th World Championship of his career. The WWE has evolved so much, especially in the recent years. Its record holders should evolve too. Records are made to be broken, after all. And who would be more believable in that, in the general overall picture of the history of this business, than John Cena? With the way WWE presented him over...
Sorry, it's the way that he ran backstage. I would imagine he just ran just straight to the ring like that and just rolled to the ring. Yo, I would be like, what the fuck?
The years, it wouldn't be
no stopping, no hey Stu, like, or salute, just I would be like, nah.
This be one of his career highlights, especially near the end of it. One last piece of history made before he can ride off into the sunset and make millions and millions of dollars for the rest of his life, perhaps driving a car alongside Vin Diesel or providing the voice of an animated bull. He's won the Royal Rumble before, he can do it again. He could also win the Elimination Chamber or Money in the Bank. As he mentioned in Raw in his Netflix promo, he's got options to get to that title. And they're not going to be easy, but the path to get there is the ride that we're on. But which title will he win? You could argue that a program with the Ring General Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship would elevate both the championship and Gunther in the process. But we've sort of seen this before. A monster heel with an impressive win-loss ratio, dominating their respective show.
I ain't gonna lie, the reason why I think it has, because obviously it could be Cody too, but the reason why I think it has to be Gunther, because Gunther's gonna talk his shit to my son. He's gonna be like, yo, you ass, you are trash, you haven't won since when? Get the fuck out of my face. He gonna talk his shit. I'm telling you, my son Gunther, he gonna talk his shit, bro. I'm telling you, he's going to, bro. His promos are gonna be ruthless. He's gonna be like, yo, your ass. Like, he's just gonna tell you straight up, like, your ass. Get out of here, skedaddle.
Only to run into the valiant John Cena. It happened with Umaga in 2007, with Rusev in 2015, where Cena took the U.S. Championship from him.
Yo, I was such a John Cena friend. I remember I used to try to punch like this nigga and think it was real. Like, really try to fight somebody. And, like, imagine, like, bro, that's when I thought wrestling was real. I was a kid. Leave me alone.
At WrestleMania 31 after he came out on a tank. It happened with the Great Khali. It happened with Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 30. Even the entire group of the Nexus, they were steamrolled by the Cena machine at SummerSlam 2010. They were never the same after losing to Cena, and it was one of those, big gripes, Cena wins lol memes. Yeah, Cena buried them, which he has denied and is not anything that anyone can actually authentically confirm. Would Cena toppling Gunther now only be just a repeat of those similar scenarios? Would it be a good idea to have him defeat Gunther, who has been almost
I don't think he should defeat Gunther at WrestleMania. I think Gunther should definitely take the win from that. Maybe SummerSlam. Or one of the later pay-per-views, we get John Cena winning. I don't think it should be a WrestleMania. Regardless of not, I know it's his last WrestleMania. I don't think he should win the title at WrestleMania. If we're gonna do it, like I said, it has to be closer to towards the end of the run, because he said December is it. So if you don't want him to have a lengthy reign, which I would think WrestleMania to the end of the year is pretty lengthy. That's probably WrestleMania in April. That's probably more than 6 months. I would say perfect timing for that. In all honesty, is like I said, September, August to from August to December. That I feel like that's good enough. But my personal opinion, if you just want something quick, I'll say do it September, October. Just so it's just because the year go by like this, bro. It's January 24th, and the year just started, bro. My birthday went by like that. Everything went by it's already that blink of the eye is gonna be December again.
Unstoppable as a force on Monday Night Raw, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion ever,
But leave in the comments below. What do you guys think? I want to hear some of y'all bookings. I want to hear what y'all gotta say about this. How would you guys book John Cena's final WWE run? Would you guys rather him go after the IC title? Maybe not even get a title, go after Cody or Gunther, either one of the world titles. Let me know in the comments below what you would do.
Dispatch the likes of Seth
or how you would book it.
Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and Damian Priest, who are also all in their prime. We're gonna say no. It wouldn't be worth sacrificing the aura of the most imposing figure in WWE, and that is indeed still Gunther, just to give a 47-year-old John Cena a losing streak breaker and one more title run.
What happened to Giovanni Vinci, bro? Last time I saw that man was in a backstage segment with Carmelo and Cody. And after that, I have not seen my son.
The expense of everything that's been invested in Gunther over the recent years. The WWE Championship, on the other hand, is something that Cena could potentially win, and maybe is more tied to him as the face of WWE of the past, regaining that face place once again. Now that title, though, belongs to the current face of the WWE,
the new
Cody
John
Rhodes.
Cena.
A belt that Big Match Johnny is quite familiar with, given that he's won it 13 times. Cody clearly knows a thing or two about legacy and defining achievements tied to that, with all the trouble he had finishing his story and ending Roman Reigns' historic world title reign, humbling him in defeat. If anyone was to end Cody's reign as champion, Cena would be a poetic choice. A babyface versus babyface scenario is hard to pull off, but these are two characters with a lot of emotional investment on both sides from the fans. One huge achievement stepping aside for another, if only briefly. It would make a great main event for any of WWE's major premium live events, and it would be rewatched for decades.
But nobody's really thinking of, even Gunther. Gunther falls into this situation, right? What happens to, I get it's John Cena, but what happens to the person's stock that loses to John Cena? Like, are we forgetting about like momentum and the other fact that it's his last year? And for Cody to lose to John, bro, out of respect, I get it, but as a person that's thinking like long term, like what does this do to Cody Rhodes if he loses? It's not a good look. If you beat Roman and you lose to John Cena, who hasn't won and God knows when last time he won, I forgot what he said. The greatest Royal Rumble, which I don't know what year that was again. That's not really like. That's not good to me. Like, you can't go with Cody because even Gunther, but it's more better with Gunther because the story could be way better of Gunther telling John you're not good enough, because he does that to a lot of the people he's faced. Like Damian Priest, you're street trash. Who else he facing right now? Jey Uso, you're in Roman's shadow. You're just a tag team wrestler. Like, bro. Sami Zayn, you're low on my level. No, CM Punk said that. That shit was crazy. But either way, it's better off with Gunther because Gunther is a heel, and it wouldn't really derail him as bad as it would Cody because, like I said, Cody was the one to defeat Roman. Roman's basically what the modern day, I guess, Cena, Hogan in a way, in some type of way, shape, or form. Like believe it or not, Roman Reigns is technically still the guy right now. He's not fully not the guy. Like, he is still the guy in my eyes. Or at least one of the guys. But I feel like Cody would not benefit from losing from John. Like, it wouldn't look good in my eyes because, like I said, you have to think about it logically. Like, he just beat Roman and lose to John, who hasn't won a match since God knows when. Like, that don't make sense. So Gunther is more of a perfect opponent for this situation because of how his character is and how he just talks shit. Like, he would talk his shit.
True generation versus generation moment, but Cody is someone who's been in this business his entire life, one way or another. We think the American Nightmare would handle the loss quite well and probably raise John Cena's hand after the bell in this hypothetical scenario. But even if it doesn't happen, that works out too. It could be the perfect catalyst for a full-blown Cody Rhodes heel turn. Make him go full Homelander Rhodes like the memes are claiming he has to because they're memes and they're fantasy booking it in memes now. Like Seth Rollins with the Authority in 2014, 2015.
And honestly, that's the only payoff it would work for Cody. The only way it would work with Cody if Cody ends up being a heel afterwards. Like, it's not gonna work straight up baby if he's just gonna be a baby face after the shit. It's not gonna work like that. It's really not.
But a little sleeker and a lot nastier. Homelander Rhodes could even take the title back from Cena and maybe even retire him in the process. But that's another fantasy booking altogether. When all is said and done, I don't think many people would have a problem with John Cena breaking Ric Flair's record at this point. And maybe even Ric Flair doesn't have a problem with it. He's gone on the record saying he would support it. Come to think of it, these same people would not have much of a problem with John Cena winning the Royal Rumble either. The hardcore fans that hated John Cena so long.
I want to do my video, but Yeah, I'm gonna do
ago are almost glad that he's finally won them over. They booed him out of buildings with dueling chants of "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks," following him around the world. But eventually, he won those fans over, especially in the mid-2010s. But just like Roman Reigns after him, the fans weren't really booing John Cena. They were booing the idea of WWE putting him up on a pedestal and claiming he's the guy. Cena just did his best and rose to the top of the entire industry through sheer will, through sheer hard work, and just being an all-around awesome person in and out of the ring. Over the years, the boos have faded, and instead, casual audiences.
I ain't gonna lie. I saw this video. It was the dark side of John Cena, and I was watching it. I mean, I don't know why we pay everybody. Well, I don't know why we. All right, how do I say this? Everybody's not perfect. You feel me? Like John Cena has his flaws. So to say he's a good human being inside and outside the ring, kind of. After watching that shit, of course, now as an adult, I know everybody got their good and bad in them. Like I do too. We all human at the end of the day. Nobody's perfect, but to say he's good in it outside the ring and about that Lexus shit, he really didn't want to put them over. So
hardcore fans alike have united in their elation of whenever Superman Cena appears. When he came out on Raw's Netflix debut and mentioned his title ambitions, the crowd didn't boo him or chant "Cena sucks." They chanted "Thank you, Cena. You deserve it." And he does deserve it. Maybe we're just being sentimental, and we know sentiment is the driving force behind all of this. And maybe it's a perfect way to round off a legendary career, like Tom Brady getting that one last Super Bowl when he joined the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2021, or Randy Couture returning to the Octagon in the UFC in 2008 and winning the World Championship. Even Cena getting a title match and coming up short is a Rocky Balboa style story. Sometimes it's more about the journey than the destination anyway. And as the Italian stallion himself might argue, whatever happens though, one thing is for certain: John Cena is going to be missed when he retires. If he breaks the record or not, we should make the most of him while he's here. Perhaps he could teach thugonomics at a local university in his free time and put his PhD to good use. That's it for another video. Do you agree? Would you like to see John Cena win a 17th world title? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Sportskeeda Wrestling to see more content just like this. Also, join our channel for more premium content and even more goodies from Sportskeeda Wrestling.
Support is free. But yes, let me know in the comments below what y'all want to see John Cena's final run be. If I had my way, I would say, like I said, either win an IC title just to make the Grand Slam, if we're going to go that route, or yes, win the world title to round it up to 17. I think that is more so what everybody's rooting for, and what I kind of want to see myself. It's just, like I said, with Gunther, it has more of that, yo, you can't beat me, get out of my face. Like he'll talk his shit to John. I ain't gonna lie to you. And with CM Punk, I said CM Punk, with Cody Rhodes, like he said, it would literally have to be leading to him turning heel, in my personal opinion. I don't see Cody Rhodes. I see Cody Rhodes turning heel, but maybe this year, like towards the end of the year. I think if he loses the title at WrestleMania or sometime during the year, I think that's when we start seeing the little plants and seeds to the heel run. I think we actually been seeing it, especially with this whole KO situation, and KO actually like logically being right. But yes, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I appreciate you guys as always. Always remember to keep doing your thing and also make it make sense. I see you on the next one. Peace.